We just somehow don't believe he has the power for us. It applies to everybody else, but not us, not me. And God said, "Now listen to you. Listen." God said, "Not just listen, not just hear, but I need you to be prepared to put those plans in action." In verse 10, not only did Joshua hear from God, not only did he spend time listening to God, but how do you know he trusted God? How do you know he trusted God? Because he didn't spend time second guessing. Immediately, if you look at verse 10, immediately he gives the command. Straight from hearing God to putting it in action. And sometimes where we lose out, people of God, is we spend time trying to decide what we're going to do. And God said, "I've already told you what to do. I gave you the instruction in verses 1 through 9. What else do you need?" He said, "No. I want you to be strong and courageous. I want you to go forward and study my word. I want you to never turn to the left or right. I want you to keep your eyes stayed focused on the word of God." He said, "And then you will be successful." He said, what else is left? The instructions are plain. And we hear God, but then we go and we procrastinate. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Y'all don't do that. That's just me. And my people, I know some folks that I used to run with. That's how we roll. But I had to break away from it. And what I'm trying to encourage you today, honestly, is to understand God is designed for us to move from the old to the new. Listen, he's calling us to experience what he has in store for us. But the plan he has, the same plan he had for Joshua and the Israelites, it applies to you today. Listen, he said, the obedience is where you get what your blessing is. The action plan is about the obedience of God. It's about faith in God. It's about trusting God. What was the biggest prohibitor from them experiencing, the old generation experiencing the newness of God, the blessing of God? Disobedience. When they were not in line with God's direction, when they were not in line with God's plan, what did they get? They missed the opportunity to walk in a new way, to experience the new level of living, the blessings of God. And so the obedience comes so that you listen, you hear God, and then you have to follow the plan that God gives you, the direction that he gives you. Joshua was very obedient in his direction. He was so obedient that he told the people, "Get your stuff to me." He said, "I got so much trust in the God that just told me." He said, "I ain't asking no questions. Get your stuff together." And in 3 days, he put a time on it. 3 days, we're going to take this stuff. We're going to go over and cross into the Jordan. And we're going to take the land God already told me about. Ain't no question about it. Everybody in the war, what's up? And Joshua, he got them all, and he gave the command, and the general, what they do? They gave the command. They didn't ask Joshua. They didn't question Joshua. They didn't question the leadership. They said, Joshua said, "Go tell the people." So guess what the generals did? They went and told the people, "Get y'all stuff together." Because the man in charge said, "We got to walk up out of here. We've been in the desert too long. We've been in the wilderness too long. And it's time for us to experience a whole way of living." And God said, "Hold up a second. Joshua, don't leave some stuff out. Because I know you're getting excited. And I know you tell the people. But the stuff you get together, make sure you get the right stuff. And you start to prepare to move. Don't bring no junk with you. Leave the stuff that's been holding you down. Leave that behind. There's some stuff you've been carrying too long. It's time to let it go. In order to move into a whole other way of living, a whole other lifestyle of living in God's way, we got to let some stuff go. There's some stuff we've been holding on to too long, and it's keeping us back. It's keeping us back. It's keeping you from experiencing everything that God has. God said, the real truth is, trust me. And obedient, then you will get to experience the blessings that I have for you. There's a level of blessing. There's a level of opportunity that God has designed for all of us. If you go back and look at Deuteronomy, you can go all the way back and look in Genesis. God had already laid it out from the beginning. When he talked with Abraham, he told him, "I'm going to make you a people of a great nation." They're gonna populate this place so big, man. People ain't gonna forget it. Everybody look, gonna see God tears. That's how big we're gonna go. And God said, and Joshua is a beneficiary of the promises way back then to Abraham. Joshua is the benefit of what his ancestors laid down in prayer because of their relationship with God, because of their obedience to God. I want to drop in your spirit as we move into the blessings of God to understand that when you start talking about leading in a God way, listening, hearing, putting the plan in action. The action requires you to lead in a God way, in a God example, the obedience of God. And what I want to make sure we understand around that part is this. Just you're being called to lead a God example. When you are a child of God, when you are a Christian, when you are a disciple of Christ, the responsibility we all have, and I'm just going to be honest with you, I didn't get to this level overnight. It took me over, and God is still doing a work in me as we talk. So don't think you show up this way. We don't show up this way. You come into God's house, and God will help you develop. A good pastor will help you develop in your spiritual maturity. And you'll start to understand that your faith walk is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. And so what you got to understand is the blessings that Joshua was experiencing now are the benefits of the struggle of his ancestors. And you got to be careful that you don't block the blessings of your offspring or your family members because you won't take this thing serious. And in your blessing, you got to understand that you listen and hear God. And in your obedience in how you walk and follow God is designed to set you up to experience the promises and the blessings of God. And then not just you, but if you look at the text, he said, Joshua and all of the people. Whoa, that should make you get excited. It makes me get excited. And I start thinking about the blessings of God. And I start thinking about all the people. He didn't say only the people who showed up on certain days of the week or who made a certain level of income. He didn't say you had to be a certain color or a certain type of gender. He said, listen, all people, the requirement was to be obedient to the word of God. And when they were obedient, they were able to walk over and experience the blessings of God. And even in the midst of the struggle, because don't get it twisted, we know if you look at this, there are some things that Joshua had to face, and God knew that he was going to have to face them, and he continued to encourage him. But the blessings that Joshua was going to experience were greater than the work that he had to do to get it. And I want to encourage you today, are you willing to put forth the work? Are you willing to accept the challenge? If God said, I'll be with you every step of the way, why don't you trust? I just challenge you today to trust God and experience the blessings of God. Listen, when he talks to you at night, long God said, I will equip you with what it takes to deal with the issue. He didn't say it was going to be easy. He didn't say he wasn't going to deal with this stuff. He just said, I'm going to be with you. You ain't going to do it by yourself. Because the real truth is, you can't do it by yourself. I've already tried it. It didn't work. Some of you have tried. And so today is an opportunity for you to give you how to try. If we want to have an opportunity to really walk in a way that is going to elevate us to the level God is calling us to, Joshua is the kind of person we need to look at and we need to model. Joshua was obedient. And even though God had called him, and he knew there was going to be challenges, can you imagine what it's like to be responsible for 2 million of people? Not just my own blessing, my own prosperity, but there's this. That's unbelievable. But God, Joshua never got it. He never questioned God. You are being called to lead in a way that's in line with God. Some of us have been in church for a long time. But the real truth be told, we've not aligned our plan with God's plan. Because we operate, and I'm just anytime we get to a point where our plan is not aligned with God's plan. Listen. Let me say this. Then I'm not going to wait for it. If you don't get this, then I'm just so sorry. But I have to make sure you get it. Our plans. God has called for us to experience greatness. So there's people walking around in heavy hearts, with hopelessness, struggling in depression. And God is saying, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And the enemy's, listen, the enemy, his job is to get you by yourself and attack you. So you think you're all by yourself. His job is to create division and separation. He don't want you to be connected to anything that's going to be in line with uplifting you, that gives you courage, that's going to keep you focused. And as brave and as courageous and as successful as Joshua was, listen, if a man like Joshua still needed encouragement from God, then that tells us we're no different. Listen, because God kept saying, be strong and courageous. And in his last verse, 8 or 9, he said, did I give you my command? Did I make sure you understood? To be very strong and very courageous. Because he knows that it's hard to move from one way of living to another when you've been doing it for so long. But if you're doing it and it's not taking you to a level that God is desiring you, why are you still doing it? Isn't it time today to decide to do something different? Isn't it time today, the real truth be told, today is the day to make a decision. You're going to go to another level. That you're going to prepare to trust God to move you to another level. Preparing to move requires